transit effect in the year 2022 for the rising sign as well as for the moon sign. Choice is yours. Saturn represents karma. Saturn represents hard work. Saturn represents profession. Saturn represents our career, status, our status in society. Saturn represents our prestige, honor, income resources, financial opportunities. Saturn represents property, any kind of property. Saturn represents our financial backing. Saturn means money. Saturn represents wealth, assets. Saturn also represents directly, indirectly lifespan. Health issues which are most complex and difficult to deal with. Life-threatening health issues. Saturn also represents death. Saturn also represents crisis, trauma, grief, hard work's reward. Saturn represents service sector. The whole service sector where we provide the services. Saturn represents profession, career, merchandising. And Saturn's impact and effect are very important. But if you are very much concerned about your future, about your job, about your business, about your career, about your profession, about your employment the coming year, about your status, prestige, financial backing, your professional projects, your professional ventures, then Saturn transit effect are quite important. You have to learn about those. What are these according to your moon sign? What are Saturn's transit effect according to your Lagna sign? Both. Yearly forecast for Sagittarius for 2022. Total words I've given in this report is 6,871. First thing first, the major chapter, dynamics of Sagittarius. Dynamics involve the 4 transits: Saturn transit effect, with task precaution chanting; Jupiter transit for effect for the 2024 task precaution chanting; Rahu Ketu's transit effect with task precaution chanting. First thing first, Saturn transit effect. Saturn is very important. Why? Because Saturn represents your karma. Saturn represents your work, your job, profession, your career, your status, your prestige, your honor, your income resources. Saturn represents your property, your wealth, your assets, your lifespan, your health. Saturn represents any crisis like a death. Saturn represents any traumatic situation. Saturn represents your grief, your hard work's reward. Saturn represents the whole service sector. Saturn represents, if you're a self-employed professional, Saturn represents that. Saturn represents your career, your merchandising, as Saturn. So Saturn's effect for 2022 for Sagittarius. Saturn effect for Sagittarius rising sign. The whole prediction will apply if your rising sign is Sagittarius. If your moon sign is Sagittarius, the whole prediction will apply to you. Saturn transit effect for Sagittarius rising sign, Sagittarius moon sign. From 29th of April 2022, may I say till 12th of July 2022, Saturn transit in 3rd house. Paya of Saturn will be iron. So Sagittarius, you will be very courageous, creative, dynamic. There will be a rise in accomplishment regarding property, car, comforts of the life. There will be unexpected expenditure and financial tension, due to which your hard work and efforts will bring some results, reward, success. Sagittarius, more creativity will lead to more achievements. Sagittarius, more luck will rise through business, traveling, visiting far off places. You'll be blessed with birth of a child, wealth, personal comfort. Sagittarius, this coming year, you'll have a few tensions linked with family, relationship. You will own property, enjoy comfort of asset. With your own ability, knowledge, skill set, you will be able to create a name, fame for yourself. You'll get the support and encouragement you need. You'll receive new important news. A lot of your old stale project will back on track. The more you become dynamic in your actions, vision, imagination, more you will be recognized. Sagittarius Saturn transit journey through 3rd house is auspicious, especially related to work, finances. You are likely to make money in more than one way. Success will come from new undertaking, new enterprise. This is particularly good time to profit from activity relating to poultry farming, agriculture, manufacturing, tourism, construction, building merchandising or building merchant, or anything to do with which can link with property. You may also consider buying a land, fixed property during this particular time. You are also considering renovating your property, buying, selling the property. If you are unemployed, you may hear opportunity knocking at your door. Get some lucrative job offer. Those employed may get a very unique promotion, rise in authority, and pay rise. Attention is given to your intelligence, ability, effort. You're likely to climb up the social ladder. There's a good chance of getting assistance with your work. You succeed in any kind of discussion, will be able to put your point across much more easily than before. You'll feel a spring in your footstep, donating good health, vitality or spirit. Any previous health issue will vanish, bringing you comfort, happiness. Home life is too will be nourishing and full of personal bliss. Your spouse will be doting and more loving than ever. Your siblings and family life will treat you very well, will be very helpful. Your enemies will be defeated. Good luck and good fortune will bless you during this time period. More travel will be on the cards. Saturn transit effect in third house. Saturn transit for this house completes the phase of inward preparation, self-encounter that began several years ago. With Saturn transit on this in the first house. But Saturn transit in third house, the main issue is that you will confront at this time is the actual structuring of your mind and how it operates a day-to-day level. In other words, your everyday mental pattern, attitude, habit, style of speaking, presenting, way of listening to other people. Normally, you'll take these issues for granted. Don't think about them very much. But they are important in restructuring your world. This is very important in structure of your world. The third house is the house of immediate environment as well as everyday aspect of your mind. Your immediate environment is part of your world that is most affected by your unconscious mental pattern, attitude, habits. And of course, it is strongly influenced by your way of communicating with others. Therefore, you need to understand these areas completely so you can gain greater control over your daily life. As you encounter this aspect of yourself, you may find it necessary to make extensive changes. Even if you do not realize this, the changes will occur automatically. In either case, these changes occur. You may experience difficulty with people who are so used to your old ways that cannot handle the new one. You may have a trouble with people in your immediate environment, especially relatives and close neighbors. These changes may also cause you to become discouraged and to be unable to communicate as readily as used to be. This is understandable, but it is not a very good way to handle the situation. It only makes things worse. When you start learning what is happening in your mind, it may be quite difficult to accept yourself. This leads to depression, withdrawal, general sense of discouragement. You must learn to see what is happening without making value judgment. You should be concerned with what is, what not with you, what you think should be. This is especially true now because you should be restructuring your notion of what you should be to reflect your potentialities more accurately. Now, certain energies can make you live according to the ideas that you have no relevance to yours or anyone as a reality. If you start by making value judgment, then you live for such Sagittarian abstraction. You live for no one and nothing. As Saturn completes this transit, your attention will move away from the concern with the inner truth. Once again, you will begin to deal with how your inner world relates to the outside world. If you are a person who defines success in purely external terms, you may feel that the period of frustration is ending. It hasn't been failure, but rather learning. Transit of Saturn in second house. Starting from 12th of July 2022 to carry on till January 2023, 17th January 2023. Saturn transit in second house. May I say this particular time period, Saturn transit in second house is starting from 12th of July 2022 will carry on till 17th January 2023. This is the final phase of Saturn Sadhisati. This Sadhisati is going to finish after 17th January 2023, and then Saturn will not start it. Saturn will offer you again create impact, coming back to you with impact after 2023. You add 2.5 years or 2 years for Dhaya. Then again there is another Dhaya in 4th house, in the 8th house, and another Dhaya in the form of 10th house. But Saturn will not bother you with Sadhisati for next 22 years plus. So it's like that. But Dhaya will be there. 3 Dhaya will be there you will face. Each Dhaya is around about 2.5 years. 4th and 8th are very prominent. But 10th house, Saturn, some people don't. But traditional astrologer there's a practical astrology, traditional astrology. Some differences are there. But in 10th house, Saturn is also Dhaya we consider. But Saturn's, this is the final phase of Saturn's Sadhisati, is going to finish on 17th of January 2023. Saturn's transitings back to 2nd house, and Pi of Saturn is there for you in gold. That means Sagittarius, you go through a lot of domestic issues, financial complications, rise in expenditures. You'll have to put extreme effort for your gain, success, prosperity. You go through, you will achieve success, reward, prosperity, name, fame, establishment, sudden financial gain, comfort of the land and property. But sometimes you go through difficulty time, objective may be hard to achieve, may not produce the desired result. Proceed cautiously at work. This may not be the favorable time for you. Financially, this is not a good time. Limit your expenses as much as possible. Income may come from several sources, but you find it hard to hang on it. Avoid dispute relating to property owned by your family. This may cause unhappiness, damage your pride. During this time period, you may involve in unnecessary arguments, conflict. Will end up creating a lot of new enemies, sometimes within your own family members. You have to be very careful of harming others and beware of criminal tendencies. Avoid troubling your family, please. Take care of your family and protect your health. And even a little hard work may tire you up. Pay attention to your appearance. This may also suffer. Traveling overseas is possible during this time period. You may move around without purpose. During this time period, you will achieve financial gain, but at the same time, you will come across many professional obstacles, delays, complications, hassles, a lot of changes in your circumstances, but in the end, you will achieve success and rewards. Involved in a new project, new venture, new idea. You must look after your health and well-being. Please beware of lack of income resources. Do look after your relationship with your in-laws and family. You got to watch your conduct, otherwise you will end up in a court case, but the decision will go in your favor. You will be blessed with the property, land, car, but sometime you won't be able to achieve the comfort of all these. You can be very much linked with your family relationship. Please beware of scandalous relationship. Make sure you must not invest any money in gambling, risky investment. Otherwise, you will be ruined. You will get the support and help from the family and friends. You will achieve support and gain from the higher authorities. Saturn transit in 2nd house. Saturn transit in 2nd house. This time period, your Saturn transit in 2nd house, the practicality of it, the other facet, you had to learn who you really were in your own terms. Now Saturn entering your 2nd house, you have to learn what is really important to you, what you really value. This does not mean just material thing, but psychological, spiritual, moral value. In fact, these may take precedence over material value if that is where you need to work on self-understanding. Many of the old texts discuss this transit as a time of financial loss and poverty. Yes, because Saturn can block all those kind of things. But this is not necessary too. No, not at all. If material wealth is keeping you from discovering your true values, then you are really like to experience financial losses. Otherwise, your circumstances will probably be all right. Even so, however, you may feel financially insecure at this time, no doubt about it, but control over your material possession may seem to be slipping from your hand. You work very hard to keep everything going in as you want to be, but try to avoid letting fear and financial insecurity run your life now. For this, take attention away from the task of restructuring your value system on the inner psychological level. The best course is to organize your finances as well as possible. You don't have to pay much attention to them, but if you get wrapped up in any money matters, this will be a source of trouble. Your material possessions reflect what you value on the psychological plane. If you are not conscious of your inner values, your possession will reflect that unconsciousness. That is, they will not accurately reflect who you are. They will require much more involvement because they are not really natural to you. And above all, your experience of material possession will seem to be out of control. When you discover your real needs in this area, they may be quite different from what you thought, which is usually what you were taught to think. Most unhappiness about possessions comes because there are some disparity between what you think and what you think you should want and what do you want. There's a brain is saying something else, heart is saying something else. There's that kind of disparity. But you have to be careful with your finances because Saturn in second house always teach you about value of money, time, economy, and how value of saving as well, value of assets. And may I say that in order to function in your everyday life, you will learn a lot. Please do press the bell for like and kindly share this video with your colleagues, with your family, with your friends, with everybody you know. And become our subscriber, then we can share a lot of information with you. We can inform you about our live show consultation streaming, which comes every Wednesday UK time 12 till 2, every Friday 12 till 2 UK timing, every Sunday live streaming shows. We are always presenting you live show and giving you you can participate the live show consultation streaming. You can participate in those shows every Sunday UK time 12 till 2 and then 3 p.m. till 5 p.m. UK timing. We'll also share with you weekly horoscope, monthly horoscope, yearly horoscope, that sort of content, and always the content is there for you. But for Saturn transit effect, if you really need tasks to counter the effect of Saturn transit, if there's a negative effect, precaution which will provide you protection, chanting which will spiritually help you out, for overcoming any kind of complication, hassles created by Saturn for you, then kindly visit my website, prakashastrologer.com. Acquire the yearly horoscope report according to your moon sign or according to your ascendant sign, according to your rising sign or lagna. Then you can implement all the strategies regarding your tasks, precautions, chanting for your betterment. Wishing you all the very best of luck.